Record pass madbidini. Sorry. I thought it's recording. So lattice for the purpose of recording, I just give a little bit of hint here. Lattice enthalpy means it's just a corner. We can write like this also. So it's just of this thing. So it's edge and corner. Enthalpy means energy. Okay, enthalpy means energy. So it's an energy required to convert 1 mole of ionic solid to its energy required to convert 1 mole of ionic solid to gaseous. Okay, that is for lattice enthalpy. And next you have bond parameter. Bond parameter means what are the criteria that we are going to deal or that we are going to explain about or explain regarding your bond. Bondiನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು explain ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ terminologies ನಾವು bond parameter ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay, so the first parameter is your bond length. So bond length means to say it's a distance between two nuclei of an atom. Two nuclei of atom. So for example, this one atom, this one is atom. So from these two distance, we are call it as bond length. Ilinda tagolala. We are not taking the edges or we are not taking the distance between the atom. So it's from the one nucleus. For example, this is atom 1, A1, and this is atom number 2. So it's the distance between a nuclei of A1 and till the distance of nuclei of A2. So this is called bond length. Fine? Ullas? Jahana? Okay. Next, second criteria. You have one more point. So the covalent radius is measured approximately as the radius of an atom core which is in contact with the core of adjacent atom in bond situation. So it's not worried much. Same point they are going to explain in terms of covalent bond. Covalent bond, it exists between metal and non-metal. ಅವೆರಡೂಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ the core, it means to say it's the mid of the atom. Core ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ core means to say it's a mid of the atom. Bond length, it's a distance between a two nuclei of an atom. ಎರಡು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೈಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ ಖುಷಿ? It's just a distance from here to here. It's not from here to here or here to here. It's from mid. That is nuclei of one atom to the nuclei of another atom. Those two should be bond. Okay, those two should be bond. So if we are talking in terms of covalent bond, so covalent radius ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it's a distance between same. Covalent radius means this is your covalent radius. So we can say if the bond is covalent, then the covalent radius is equal to the bond length. Covalent radius ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಬಾಂಡ್ಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ, ಎರಡು ಆಟಮ್ಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Those two atoms. So bond length means to say whatever it may be the bond forming. Okay, bond ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ದ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಓನ್ಲಿ ದಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. If they are saying ionic bond should be there. Ionic length ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ionic bond ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. The bond exists between two ions. So that bond is called an ionic bond. So the length of the bond is called ionic length, ionic bond length. Artha aita? Ashte simple. Which kind of bond? Based on that, we are saying which type of length it is. Okay. We have only 4 minutes. We'll go fast. Take over. Next, second criteria, bond angle. So bond angle, right? You can just see it's a distance between the two bonds. ಎರಡು ಬಾಂಡ್ಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. By diagram you can see this bond angle means it's the angle between the two bonds. How much you can flexible it, ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, how much we can fold it, that gives the bond angle. If bond angle is more, ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದ್ರೆ it will become straight line, right? Straight line ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So then this rigid, ಅದು flexibility ಕಡಿಮೆ. If the bond angle is less, then it is more flexible. You can move the bond. That is not highly strong bond. So bond length, bond angle ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it's just an angle between two bonds bounded with an atom. ಒಂದು ಆಟಮಿಗೆ ಎರಡು ಬಾಂಡ್ಗಳು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಎರಡು ಬಾಂಡ್ಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. It's just an distance between and two bonds that linked with one atom. The angle is called as bond angle. Okay, fine. Then bond enthalpy. So to make or break that bond, how much energy you require, how much energy it will liberate. If you want to make a bond, you need to give an energy. If the bond has been breaking, it will release energy. So if you are calculating that energy amount, that is called bond enthalpy. Suppose you can see the example here, H2. So H2 will break and it will give H plus H. So by breaking the bond, it releases some energy. So that energy in terms of the energy is 435.8 kilojoule per mole. This is called bond enthalpy. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಆಚೆ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ದ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಮೇ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ what to say, electricity, or it may in terms of energy, whatever. But how much does it give the energy? That will be calculated in the potentiometer. Potentiometer will calculate ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. So that is called bond enthalpy. Okay na? Average bond enthalpy means for each of the atom, for example here you can see 3 atoms are present. For each of the atom, ivered bond break are there. If those 2 atoms bond, this bond is breaking, it will give some energy. If this bond will break, it will give some energy. Overall, how much energy it will release for the entire molecule, if you are going to calculate, that is called average bond enthalpy. ಇದೊಂದೇ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಎಂಥಾಲ್ಪಿ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ is called bond enthalpy. If you are calculated for all of these atoms, ಈ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಆಟಮ್ಗಳಿಗೂ ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು average bond. So average ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, all together we are going to take up. So that is called bond average enthalpy. Fine. So bond order ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾಳೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So we have less than 1 minute's time. You can ask me any doubt. Then resonance structure. So ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾದ ಟಾಪಿಕ್. Don't miss the class tomorrow. Bond order and your resonance structure is very fantastic topics and you can play with that. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ನೀವು ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. So that is very 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 important and you should be in the class. Okay, anything you can ask me. Bond length ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? Okay, fine, then I'll end up my session. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye bye. See you on tomorrow.